Welcome to Fraction Explorers. Today we'll use double number lines to discover equivalent fractions. These are fractions that look different but mark the same spot on a number line. Let's see how we can use number lines to understand and identify these special fraction pairs. On the top number line, there's a point marked as 2/4. Look at where this point is located, then drag a point on the bottom number line to find a fraction that's at the same position as 2/4. Excellent! You discovered that 2/4 and 1/4 mark the same position on the number line. They line up on the two number lines, which means they are equivalent fractions. Math explorers need to understand how points on different number lines relate to each other. The top number line has a point marked as 4/6. Drag a point on the bottom number line to find a fraction at the same position as 4/6. Perfect understanding. April 6th and 2/3 mark the same position. By observing how the points line up on the two number lines, you've understood that they are equivalent fractions. Great job! You've learned that when fractions mark the same position on a number line, they are equivalent fractions. They represent the same amount, even with different numbers. Equivalent fractions appear at the same position on number lines. Different fractions can represent the same value. Number lines help us see equivalent fractions visually. You found equivalent fractions by matching points. Now, let's try spotting them just by looking at where they are on the number lines. Fraction challenge. Look at the two number lines. The top number line has a point marked as 6/8, and the bottom number line has a point marked as 3/4. Are these two fractions equivalent? Correct! 6/8 and 3/4 are equivalent fractions. They represent the same position on the number lines. You can see they line up perfectly. The number lines show two fractions, 2/6 on the top and 1/2 on the bottom. Are these two fractions equivalent? Correct! 2/6 and 1/2 are not equivalent fractions. They mark different positions on the number lines, showing they represent different values. Well done! You've just mastered the basics of equivalent fractions. Here's what you've learned today. When two fractions mark the same spot on a number line, they're equal. One amount can be written as many different fractions, like having different names for the same thing. Number lines help us see these equivalent fractions clearly. Understanding equivalent fractions will make comparing, simplifying, and solving fraction problems much easier. Great work today on your fraction journey.